Well, we are closing in here on the peak of this temperature roller coaster. It's just so wild to think how much change we've had this week already and what's to come.
Yeah, last week felt much differently, obviously. Next week's going to feel even more different, Brad.
And in between, we're going to have a little taste of late summer. But as I mentioned, we are going to have a gorgeous sunset this evening. I moved our camera over in Dallas, our Mr. Sparky Carolina camera network, aiming right at that sunset in the southwest sky. Coming up here at 6:35, the mid-level clouds, some of the high clouds, it's going to make for a gorgeous sunset tonight. A lot of vivid colors. And this time of year with this low sun angle, we tend to get very vivid sunsets because the sun angle is so low. It starts putting more sunlight through the atmosphere. Remember, when the sun's straight above our heads, that's the thinnest part of the atmosphere. So the light often looks white because you're seeing all the colors of the spectrum. But as the sun gets lower in the horizon, it starts going through dust particles, smoke, clouds, the thickest part of the atmosphere, and it starts scattering out most of the colors except for the reds and the oranges, which make it to our eyes, and that's why it looks so vivid. And again, because sunset is lower in the sky this time of year, and it happens right around dinner time when most of us are out, we tend to see more of it. So that's what happens. That's one of the benefits of early sunsets. We tend to see more. The other benefit is a lot more people look at the night sky because they're up and about when it's actually dark enough to see things. Temperatures upper 70s, low 80s out there. We're starting to cool down a little bit, but tomorrow, another toasty one. We're going to warm up into the low 80s in the afternoon. So a warm one tomorrow, and it's still bone dry. The drought monitor comes out every Thursday, and I mentioned this earlier in the week. There was no rain in the forecast. It was going to get worse. You could see the moderate drought expanded, but now, for the first time, we're seeing severe drought in areas of the upstate. This is typically a very wet spot of the Carolinas because we tend to get upslope flow, and there's just been no rain. This is where all those beautiful waterfalls are as you go into like Transylvania County over towards Rutherford and Polk County. Just no rain in those areas. So the drought gets worse, and there's not a lot of rain in the next 7 days because we just are going to see high pressure in control. Halloween morning might be our best chance of rain, and that's with a front that's off to the west now, but is only slowly moving our way. It'll be another what we call a dry cold front. It'll be moisture starved, just no moisture to work with. And before it gets here, we could see record heat. So this will dry things out more because warm temperatures create a lot more evaporation. So you start pulling more moisture out of the ground and the trees and everything that's still growing. 87 Saturday, that record looks safe. Sunday, I think that's the day we're going to break a record. The record's only 83 set back 3 years ago. And then on Monday, 84 is the record. So that one could be tied as well. Fall colors starting to work its way down the lower elevations. Great spot to head this week. Linville Gorge, Blowing Rock area, Lake Lure, Chimney Rock, Asheville area, anywhere that's below 3,500 feet. Even in Boone, the city of Boone's got some really good color right now because they're at a little bit lower elevation. But the mountaintops, Blue Ridge Parkway, probably not the place you want to go unless you're looking down into the valleys. Rainfall wise, again, that front is a big front, just no moisture. It moves through on Halloween, cools us off, and we're going to see chilly air next week. It's going to be 25 to 30 degrees colder in many locations. So looking ahead to Halloween, just be ready. We are going to see 50s, and it'll be windy. So get those kids bundled up. It will feel even colder than that because of how warm it will be in the 4 days leading up to Halloween. Mid 80s with record highs, so that 64 will feel really cold. And look at next week. 10-day forecast shows temperatures only in the 50s and morning lows likely below freezing by next Thursday. So maybe the first freeze of the season.
Oh, wow. Brad, thank you. As folks, you see here, the season can bring all sorts of temperature changes, but you can stay ahead of it by downloading that WCNC Charlotte mobile app. It has the hour-by-hour forecast. Our team updates that. You can map out your day. The app is a free download in all of the app stores.